This is Botcast, the Botheads Fantasy Football Podcast, episode number 67. Today we're going to talk about the Bears possibly doing the dumbest thing possible and drafting a quarterback at one and how funny that would be. And we're going to have a couple tidbits about Dynasty, and the bulk of the show is going to be rookie receivers and how many there are and how good they are and how everybody told me to trade my 2022 picks for 2023 picks because 2023 is going to be so good. And I just went through all the rookie receivers. There's like freaking a jillion of them. So we got Josh and Randy today. No Mike. How are you two doing today?
Doing good. What's up, man?
Chilling.
Chilling, dude.
All right.
Chilling, dude.
Fuck yeah. So before we get started, we're putting our stuff on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter. So if you're watching on any of those platforms, a follow or a subscription would be much appreciated. We've been actually getting a couple subscriptions lately. Feels pretty good, so that would help us out a lot.
It'd be amazing to be able to live stream.
Yeah, it would, man, for real. One day
100%.
we'll be cool enough to do it, but we need some. I think it's like 1,000 subscribers. But everybody says after you get the first 100, it gets a lot easier, and we're at 25. So
Hey, we're getting there.
yes, sir. But we're actually gonna start with a Christian Kirk video for Randy, dude. Oh yeah,
Oh, my
before
boy.
I was joking, this is like the Josh fucking torture stream today. We're gonna talk about a lot of cool stuff that Josh loves, like Christian Kirk, dude. So let's check this out.
Just look at his feet. Look at how planted they are. He cut so
I was
hard. He's probably
impressed
one of
when I
the.
watched this
I mean,
video. That's why I wanted to watch it, to be honest with you. Look at his route running, man. He's fast too. I was surprised. I thought he sucked.
if he had Justin Jefferson speed, he'd be Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
Bro.
dude, man.
But he doesn't. No one does. Tyreek. I was just impressed. I don't know. I just didn't see it before this season.
He's got an elite quarterback now.
True.
Man, he just put it on that
Yeah,
dude.
he
I mean, he
did.
is a linebacker,
Linebacker,
but
Dude, how good are the Jags gonna be next year when Calvin Ridley comes back?
they
Travis
can't guard
Etienne
that
has
man with a
another year.
linebacker.
Christian Kirk plays that good. Zay Jones, if he can play that good. Evan Ingram comes back, dude.
Oh
I
my
think the Jaguars have a
goodness.
good chance to beat the Chargers this weekend.
Even
Me
I didn't
too.
know
I
Christian Kirk
believe in
I,
was
Trevor
good.
Lawrence
I
too.
think I would pick them. I really would. If you're starting a franchise right now, would you rather have Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert?
Trevor Lawrence. And
Me
I love Justin Herbert too,
dude.
dude. I do
It
like
feels
Justin
dirty to
Herbert.
say it, man. I think Justin Herbert could be really good too.
It's
Me
Trevor
very,
too.
very
Lawrence
close to
looks
me.
I
he
think
looks
they're
good.
both possibly top 5 quarterbacks coming forward. But yeah, Christian Kirk, man, I was really surprised. This is Ian Harditz from PFF that tweeted this, so pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah, he's looking nice out there. I bet you he's going to go way earlier than he should in the upcoming season.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had Christian Kirk on any fantasy team I've ever drafted. It's kind of crazy. I think it's because I play in leagues with you, Randy. I think you're in like every
Probably.
league I'm in, so I have no chance to ever get him.
Yeah, your wife got him from me once.
Yeah,
Once
she
upon a
did.
time.
It was like the last redraft draft last year, and you had Christian Kirk on like 100 teams though, so I feel like you were trying to diversify the assets a little bit, you know?
He probably snagged him before I could.
No,
But
probably.
maybe.
She does like the name Christian Kirk. I think that's why she chose him. So, all right. Well, we could talk about the Bears and how dumb they could possibly be. Can you imagine if they fucking didn't, or they drafted a quarterback and didn't go with Justin Fields, dude?
It's like the most brain damage thing I've ever heard in my whole lifetime.
Maybe
I'm
they're
not gonna
seeing what
bore.
Houston was doing.
Dennis. Well,
Maybe they were doing a two quarterback. They're trying a new strategy. All these teams are going to two running backs. They're going to have just two elite quarterbacks and
yeah,
different.
Justin Fields would be their running quarterback, dude. Huge.
They would have
No
no
one will have
cap.
any idea.
Put them. Can you have
Yeah,
two
right,
quarterbacks out there
Josh.
together?
Imagine if you had 2 franchise quarterbacks, dude. You have
Your team would
nothing
be
on your
so
team.
trash. Dude, you're like throwing to nobody.
Yeah, that was another thing I wanted to talk about is actually Chase Claypool. The Bears are pretty stupid. They they traded the 32nd pick in the draft for Chase Claypool. He had like 12 receptions as a Bear.
That's disgusting.
So honestly, don't put it past the Bears to do something this stupid. So I'm not gonna bore
I
with the whole
I
oh,
really
sorry, go ahead.
thought Chase Claypool could fucking turn it around in
Me too.
Chicago for real.
I
There's too many
remember
I think he
mouths
still
when
to
can.
feed. Yeah, it takes a long time to learn a playbook, I imagine, but I don't know, man. I'm not sold.
Me
We have
not
to
neither.
see it
sold.
I'm definitely
first.
not sold.
Damn, I knew I was gonna knock that over. That's why I was trying to stop happening. Oh well. All right, so I'm not gonna bore you with the whole like article and reading it all out. I'm just gonna go with the quote here from the Bears GM. We're going to do the same thing as we've always done, he told reporters Tuesday. We're going to evaluate the draft class, and I would say this. I'd have to be absolutely blown away to make that type of decision. my main takeaway is he didn't just say no.
Yeah, that's weird. Usually people have like their quarterbacks back. They're like, no, this is our guy. This is who we're going
Right.
with. Like,
Do you think they're just trying to light a fire under Justin Fields? Like, I don't know, man. Weird.
either that or they're trying to put pressure on another team that wants a quarterback. Like, hey, we're gonna draft a quarterback, but the other team's gonna be like, no, you're fucking not. You're
They
Justin
could make
Fields.
it. What if they want to trade off the pick? You know.
Right. They want them to think there's a chance they take the quarterback. That way they'll want to trade up. Who was it that
Even
did
though
this to the
everybody in the
Browns?
entire world knows that they're not drafting an actual quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, the Browns got bamboozled by the Colts that one. Was it the Colts? Who was it that was one? They were at 3 and we were at 4 and we wanted Trent Richardson so bad. It was the year Andrew Luck and RG3 were drafted and we literally traded up one spot to draft Trent Richardson. The other guy's like, I don't know, we might take Trent Richardson. Then they trade us at the pick. It's like they obviously weren't going to take Trent Richardson, dude. Like,
Yeah.
so stupid.
They got to play with Trent Richardson anyways a couple years later. Which is crazy.
So Justin Fields had 1,100-ish yards, 8 rushing touchdowns, and then he threw for 2,242 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. So he definitely has some work to do as a passer. But I mean, I don't know. What could the Bears get? Do you think they can get more for Fields or the first pick? Let's put it that way.
That's rough. Probably the first pick because it's more versatile. Like with Fields, the team's getting a quarterback with the
But
first
they
pick.
know what they're getting exactly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It reminds me of Josh Allen. Remember when Josh Allen couldn't throw the ball and he could only run and yada yada yada?
Lamar.
Yep. Jalen Hurts last year. Justin Fields this year, dude. I'm telling you.
He could
It
just
just
be
feels the
popping
same
off.
to me. I don't know. I would want Justin Fields as my quarterback, so
I'd rather have Justin Fields in the first pick.
And you could tell he's
By like a
getting
lot. I
better
feel like.
too. Like he's making better decisions. The game's slowing down for him a little bit. Like you can't just have
You're
this.
just gonna get a better offensive line and some weapons, dude.
Yeah.
And a banged up Darnell Mooney can't be it all season, dude.
Draft a damn tackle, man. Like what the hell?
get him a receiver and a tackle. Or a couple offensive linemen, honestly, and a nice receiver. I would trade back from one, get a haul for it, like legit haul, and then just draft receivers and offensive linemen and be like, look, we'll work on the defense next year, dude. Let's
Yeah.
protect our young quarterback. Let's get him some fucking weapons. And if we're
Do
in
exactly what
games
the
and it's
Lions did.
40 to 35, oh well, dude. We'll get some defensive players next year. We'll sign some in free agency, draft some players next year. Let's just focus on Justin Fields and making him the dude, and that's what they should do. But like I
Doing
said,
what
they
the Lions
traded
did
the
with a quarterback.
32nd pick for fucking Chase
It wasn't the
Claypool. So
32nd, was it?
it was
It
the
was
first
like
pick in the second round, man, or 33rd, is it? Whatever it is, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
first
like-
pick in the
Was it?
second round. Yep, 100%,
uh,
100%. It was the first pick in the second round.
uh,
Rough. So this is just it's not something I want to dwell on too long, but I thought this was an interesting little thing I saw on Twitter. The top 4 paid quarterbacks in the NFL, none of them are in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, Russ, Deshaun Watson, and Kyler Murray. That's fucking crazy to me, dude.
Yeah, that's insane.
Crazy.
None of them.
well, 2 of those guys didn't play for like half the year.
True, Kyler and Watson, but Kyler did play quite a bit at the beginning, and it wasn't looking great for him. Let's be honest, you know.
it wasn't, yeah.
Russ is a fucking total travesty. Aaron Rodgers had a broken thumb all fucking year with no Devontae Adams, so I'll give him
Yeah,
a little bit
broken
of a
thumb, broken
break.
team.
Yeah,
And
agree.
Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett.
Right. So the more I think about it, the more I think Russ can turn it around. And I know I hate myself for saying it, man, but I really think that Russ could be decent next year, man. That
think
might be
have a better
my
year.
fucking botheads quarterback, depending on how the offseason goes, legitimately. Just because he's gonna go so fucking late, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he's gonna be way down there.
Kyler's gonna go late too, and he's interesting. If he could just stay healthy, he's fantasy gold, man. But if you draft Kyler, you have to draft a backup, a good backup. So I don't know.
Daniel Jones is gonna be my quarterback next year.
Honestly, would not be surprised, Randy.
Me neither. Not even a little bit.
Randy will have the worst team ever and the greatest. He'll have like the greatest 4 receivers and the worst everything else, dude. So Randy's like future teams.
Let's go.
And here's the other thing that Josh loves to hear. Dak Prescott is a dynasty buy, leading NFL in interceptions, but has had 0 weapons beyond CD and never thrown more than 13 interceptions before. Still 12th in QBR, 1 spot behind Herbert and Burrow. pacing for 32 touchdowns and still relatively young for 29. Bye. What are your guys' thoughts?
I disagree with parts of this. I think Dalton Schultz is a good tight end, and I think Michael Gallup's a dog.
Oh, and he has 2 top 12 running backs and a top 10 offensive line and a top 3 defense, you know. He's throwing multiple interceptions in multiple games in the season. He's probably going to lose to Tampa Bay in the first round of the playoffs, and then we'll see if this guy still wants to buy him, dude.
What could happen that will make him better next year?
They could get a better. I mean, okay, I know you think Michael Gallup's a dog and yada yada yada. They could get a better second receiver for CeeDee Lamb. That's the way.
And
it gets
lose Tony
better.
Pollard?
I mean, then they'll just throw the ball more. So yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
better for Dak's fantasy value, not better for the Cowboys.
Yeah, the
but,
Cowboys
like,
is gonna be a shit show, dude. Yeah.
I don't know. He could. It depends on his value. What is Dak's value right now? Is it like so low that he's a buy? Because that's a possibility for me.
Think
But it's
so.
not like I'm trying to buy him. I'm like, I must have Dak on my team. But if it costs me a 2023 second round pick, man, in a 2 quarterback league, I'm probably buying Dak. I just think he's going to be more expensive than that still, honestly. He's probably hard to
Oh,
buy
yeah.
because the people who have him are going to want a lot for him, more than
Yeah.
likely, right? Like, I
Mhm.
don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. Like, I would want
I
to
just don't
trade
agree
Daniel
with
Jones
the
straight
whole
up.
premise, kind of.
I don't even know
I
if I
would
want
for
to.
sure.
Yeah, I'm not in love with. I like obviously, I talk a lot of shit about Dak, but I don't think he's as bad as I lead on to say. But he's definitely a low end quarterback 1 or high end quarterback 2. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't think.
Mhm.
I think
He's
that's
right
where he will be
between like
forever, though.
15 to
And he'll
10.
have a job forever in Dallas with the contract he fucking signed. Like,
I don't think he'll ever be an elite quarterback. I don't
he
think he'll
always
ever
gets
be a
hurt
top
too,
5
man.
anymore. I don't know. But he's
Those
gonna be
injuries are
serviceable,
gonna,
like especially in a 2 quarterback league.
his injuries are always kind of weird, though. They're never like,
but
you
they
know what I
always
mean? Like
happen. Those are
hamstring
gonna,
injuries or, yeah, I
they're gonna
agree.
creep up with him, you know?
You might have
I
Russ
don't
next
know.
year in Botheads. I might have Dak Prescott if he
He
starts
keeps
falling.
falling. Yeah, for real. I don't know. I thought it was an interesting little thing too. Michael Gallup, Dalton Schultz, Tony Pollard. This guy feels it. We're gonna hit this with a like. Oh, let's see what he says. Gallup was injured coming off an ACL. Schultz is a mid and product of Dak's excellence. Pollard is a
Oh
running
my
back. Oh my
gosh.
god. Wish I could down like this,
What
dude.
the
There should be like a poop emoji right here. You click on it when you don't agree with their
Pollard being a running back is still a weapon.
Yeah.
Dalton Schultz is a
Shit.
top 8 tight end in the NFL.
Take Pollard out of there,
Yeah.
rushing for 7 yards a carry, and yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Dak about to smash, boy.
Hmm.
Anyways. Let's get into the bulk here, dude. There's so many rookie receivers this year. Holy shit, dude.
How is it better next year?
That's
don't
that's my question mostly.
I can see a
honestly.
similar outcome, but how is it going to be like? Oh, hey, they were saying like hands down way better 2023 than 2022. Hands down, completely better. Get any random pick for any
Yep.
random pick. Do anything you
Yep.
can, and then we get this. So it's like I'm waiting for 2023. I'm
It
waiting.
better
like,
be
second
good,
round.
or I'm never gonna trust the experts again, bro.
Yeah,
It better be good. For real.
it's probably gonna be like the worst draft class in the fucking history.
And honestly, the running backs, let's talk about the running backs for a second. Breece Hall, Kenny Walker, obviously both really good. Rashad White, you know how I feel about Rashad White. James Cook's a little out on, but Damian Pierce,
Yeah, he
Tyler
had a better
Algier.
season than he was supposed to.
There's a lot of good rookie running backs too, man. And we were just talking about the tight ends. There's like 100 good rookie tight ends. Like the rookies this year are crazy good, I think. Some of these guys will fall off. Not all of them are going to be great. You know what I mean? But I think it's safe to say that
The top
the
five
top
right there.
5 right here, and yeah, the top 5, pretty solid. I would agree, mostly.
Is Christian Watson still gonna be a solid top 5 out of this list if Aaron Rodgers leaves?
Yeah, I think so.
He's
We
got
saw him with
size, he's
Jordan
got
Love for
speed.
2 seconds, and Jordan Love threw him like a fucking 30-yard touchdown. Remember? That was nice.
Was it garbage time?
I don't remember.
There might be a lot of garbage time with the Packers though. So
Yeah, the
Jordan
team
Love's
might
the
be looking
quarterback?
around.
What if he's not it, dude? You know? I don't know. Question marks.
I agree. There's question marks with the Falcons quarterback. I mean,
All of them.
fucking Zach
All of them.
Wilson, Andy freaking Dalton. The only one that I feel like is George Pickens and Kenny Pickett are probably going to be a thing. You know what I mean? For a long time.
Yeah.
Besides that, the other 4 haven't. I mean, Zach Wilson, come on, bro. There's
Who knows who
nothing.
their quarterback is?
Nothing. Same with it. I mean, Desmond Ritter, I guess maybe they'll probably draft one though, I'm assuming. And yeah, Jordan Love and Kenny Pickett are the only ones we know for sure will probably be the quarterbacks. And if it's not Jordan Love, the only way it won't be Love is if it's Rodgers again, which is good for him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. Are they sells at this point because their value is so high? I don't think so, but man, it's just rough. It's rough to think about, man. Especially, I've seen a lot of people talking about George Pickens as like the highest or overvalued player in Dynasty right now, you know?
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people talking about it.
Crazy.
He's just valued so high right now, and he hasn't really done that much, but I don't know, man. I just think he's got the skills to pay the bills, dude. Oh, where did Randy go? We lost him?
I didn't even notice.
He just like we're literally I looked over and his thing went away right when that happened, dude. But we got Wandale
I like
Robinson.
Wando Robinson, dude.
He's got the ACL, only an ACL. It should be a clean recovery for him. So
Yeah. He's kind of banged up a lot of the year too. I feel like it wasn't just his ACL, right?
I think he had something at the very beginning of the year he didn't play, and it was
Yeah.
like, is Kadarius Toney or Wandale Robinson even gonna play? Remember, like every fucking week we didn't even know who the receivers were gonna be for the Giants. So
Yeah.
Jahan Dotson, I really like Jahan Dotson a lot, but there's too much mouths to feed in Washington. I feel like, man.
Not
Hey,
really.
you're back, Randy.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, there's
talking.
Terry, Curtis Samuel, both running backs, and they don't have a quarterback.
Curtis Samuel is whatever.
Yeah, but
One
Ron
of those
Rivera
running backs
loves
that's gonna
him.
get phased out.
Ron Rivera loves Curtis Samuel.
Really? I've never heard anything like that.
He moved from Carolina to Washington, and when Curtis Samuel was a free agent, he had a deal in place to go to the Panthers, back to the Panthers, and Ron Rivera made him a bigger deal to come to Washington.
Okay.
So he's gonna be there. I understand he's not like something crazy, but he'll get targets and exist and get some carries, and you know what I mean. And then Terry, like I said, it depends on who their quarterback is, I guess. Romeo Dobbs, I'm not really so sure about him. I liked what I saw, but he got a lot of those like throw the ball 1 yard away from the line of scrimmage targets, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Is there any names that stick out for you guys?
Is good.
Either way, good or like surprisingly not as good as you thought, or potentially good, or
I thought David Bell was gonna be a lot more involved.
yeah, he didn't really get much at all.
Yeah, our offense started off so slow when Deshaun started to play. Like Nick Chubb did terrible, everyone did bad. I'm hoping that David Bell can become like our second/3 receiver, and we'll have Amari, DPJ, and David Bell
On the
actually.
outside and David Bell in the slot. Yeah, that was the plan, but didn't look good so far. 45
still
fantasy
believe in
points.
Sky Moore, man.
Me too.
We're just
Sky
getting a
Moore
lot of
showed more than David
return
Bell.
punts.
I agree.
He just looks good for football, you know? It'd be
And then
interesting to see
there's
if they don't sign Juju. I mean, I would take that
oh
as a
yeah,
sign that they like
true.
him.
True. Because I remember when Juju was out, yeah, right here these 2 weeks, he like literally took over Juju's role and getting all those targets in the slot. And it looked really good. When he played the slot, that was his best. He looked the best in the slot for sure. 100%. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Jameson Williams is such a quagmire, dude. We have no idea what to expect from him at all. He had
showed
one
signs of
catch
looking really
for a
explosive.
touchdown.
He had
He
another
had
one that got
called
called back.
Yeah. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
No stats at all. One catch, 41 yards and a touchdown, dude. What?
I would love to grab someone like this in the 7th or 8th round of a startup. He'll be like one of those rookies you can grab just because of him not doing anything.
I'll keep that in mind when we do our startup this year, Andy. I get him in the 6th round.
Might have to.
What do you think? He could be like a more explosive Gabe Davis?
Yeah, he's got the speed.
Because I'm on
And the size.
still the guy, dude. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's
I'm on
proved
Rosin
that.
Alpha, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this dude's just gonna open it up and be a boomer bust guy, I'm pretty sure.
Man, no doubt about it.
But his boom could really boom.
Big boom. He's like I think he has the opportunity to be like a taller version of Tyreek Hill with his speed. I know it's like a crazy thing, but man, he's so fast.
Yeah.
But can he catch? Can he run routes? Can he play football? I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. He's barely even playing, dude. It's crazy.
Oh no, dude,
So-
it's so impossible to get him in Dynasty.
Yeah, because you don't want to give him away for nothing because you still don't know. Like I have him in Prestige and I don't even think I can trade him. I don't know. What if he is like what I thought he could be before the season? Because before the season I loved him. He probably would have been up there with Drake London as one of the first picks
Yeah.
if he wasn't injured, you know what I mean? Like
Justin
don't know.
Jefferson was in a similar situation once upon a time where people were not very high on him. Then they traded him
Mhm.
away. If you trade away Jameson Williams, man, he is that guy. It's just so rough.
I think Traylon Burks is the only one we haven't talked about yet. Being reliant on Ryan Tannehill is not really where I want to be with my fantasy receiver. But like we were saying earlier, all these guys have quarterback issues, so most of them at least.
He looked nice when he played.
Agreed. Yeah, he did look pretty good. He was hurt a lot, like we've been saying. Like maybe he's injury prone. Who knows? So too early to tell. These five are the guys, though, in my opinion.
Yep.
Before the season, it would have been these. It wouldn't have been Pickens and Watson. It would have been Jameson Williams and Treylon Burks instead, for sure. But I really feel like Pickens and Watson played themselves into the top five for sure, man, with the receiving wise.
The other two guys are, I think, the best potential to knock the other ones out. Treylon Burks could knock out Christian Watson out of the top five. Jameson Williams, you know what I mean? Like I think they're pretty close. Yeah, Jameson Williams and Treylon Burks are right behind them.
I have to see some from Jameson Williams before I say that, though.
Yeah.
How would you guys rate these five? Rank them, I mean.
London, Olave, Wilson, Watson, Pickens.
In terms of how good I think that they're gonna be as an NFL receiver,
Dynasty
or how I would
value.
want them right now.
Dynasty value.
Oh, who has the most dynasty value? London, Wilson, Olave.
No, not
Pickens,
value, like
Watson.
your value to you. Like who do you like? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
who would I rather have?
Yeah, for Dynasty though. That's kind of where I was going with that.
Okay,
Sorry.
Drake London, George Pickens.
I knew you
Garrett
were gonna
Wilson,
fucking do it.
Chris Olave, Christian Watson. I love George Pickens, dude.
He's my number 5.
It's probably my number 4. I think I
You guys got your
subconsciously
Ronin
put my
orange
5 in
glasses
a row. I
It
just
probably
like Olave. It's
You
so
just hate him
close
'cause
between
he's a
these
Steeler,
two.
dude.
Subconsciously probably is that. If he
Nah.
was on a different team, I
Maybe
might like him more.
Randy. I love George Pickens, but I go back and forth with him and Olave a lot. So tomorrow I could put him above Olave, honestly, but right now
It's
I
not
think
like
this
that
is
I
how I'd
don't
put it.
like him because he's a Steeler, but just seeing that logo in the back probably persuades me not to like someone just
I go
because.
back and forth with him and Wilson.
He's a good
I go
talent,
back and
man.
forth with Wilson in London, man. There's a little bit of me that thinks Wilson could be better than Drake London, but I know it's crazy. I just love Garrett Wilson. I don't know. Can't help it.
I love Olave.
I know you love you some Olave, Randy.
It's gonna be sweet when Sky Moore's the best out of all of these guys though next year.
You mean David Bell?
No.
David Bell's gonna be a beast, dude.
He doesn't
Deshaun.
even have a quarterback, dude.
Aw. It's fucked up,
I'm just
bro.
joking, I'm just joking. Just joking.
What a hater, dude.
No, I root for the Browns, dude.
Deshaun's
Who do you guys
not
play
bad.
next year? Do you know any of the games off the top of your head?
No.
We both play the Jets, I think. Or the Jaguars.
Nice.
maybe.
Garrett Wilson will have a huge game, man.
Be huge, dude. Maybe the Browns defense will play defense this year. Who knows?
I mean, Joe Woods is gone, so
That's a
you
start.
never know. We do have good corners. I just think
Yeah.
our strategy was so dog water. Like,
I'm excited for the playoffs, dude.
Yeah, let's put 9 people out here that can't
I'm
tackle
not
anybody.
really. Not
I
excited
know.
at all.
I'm done with
Sorry.
football this year.
I'm in total dynasty mode right now. I'm gonna watch the games, but
Yeah.
I'm a fantasy freak, man, and the Browns are in the playoffs. The Lions didn't make the playoffs. Meh. The Packers didn't make the playoffs.
Will the Vikings make the playoffs?
Oh yeah.
I kind of like the Vikings.
You.
Kinda like Justin Jefferson.
That's probably why.
Do you like
Dude, I-
anyone else on the Vikings besides Justin Jefferson?
I'm gonna have a lot of KJ Osborne next year, dude.
No. I
So
actually
you
don't.
like Justin Jefferson?
Yep, I like the Justin Jeffersons.
KJ Osborne's starting to look good, dude.
Oh yeah, I do like KJ Osborne.
I like
but
him
not
better than
like,
Adam Thielen, man. That's for sure. legit.
It's
I'm
always
excited
third
about
year,
like
you know?
where do you think the rookie running backs from this year are going to get drafted and redrafted next year? That's like a big question for me. Like Kenny Walker, where's Kenny Walker going to get drafted, dude? Damian Pierce, Tyler Algier, like
Probably mid-second round. Too early for
There's
me.
no way Tyler Algier's getting drafted in the mid-second
I
round.
could see
Kenny
Damian Pierce getting
Walker and
drafted, or
Damian
Kenny
Pierce
Walker.
possibly.
I don't
Algier, I
think
think should be like a 4th or 5th round pick
Yeah,
probably.
Algier's not gonna be up there.
And they'll get another running back there probably too.
I could see Kenny Walker being taken out of the 2-6.
Yeah, I could see
Think
him even
about
earlier.
yeah,
I
think
could
about
see
what
him
Mike did
earlier.
last year, dude. Like these
Yeah.
guys can go fast, like real fast. They'll all be gone by round 3.
I'm probably not gonna have any of those guys next year, dude.
Me neither.
I have a lot
That
of
depends where
receivers.
they are, like on the value
Yeah,
meter.
things can definitely change.
I hope
What
I get
about
the
the
1-1 so I can draft JJ.
I was gonna say the first pick. I don't know. I know everybody's saying JJ and Austin Eckler now, but I really think there's a chance we come around it's gonna be either JT or CMC as the
Yeah.
first consensus #1 pick, man.
Or Brees Hall.
Or Brees Hall, legit. Yeah, that's another one. That's a third one I'd say. Those three. It might be CMC just because everybody's gonna have that like he did good at the end of the season, fucking, you know what I mean? Everybody's gonna remember him finally. JT was hurt all last year, and so was Brees. But I think those three are gonna be like who everyone's gonna be taking probably, except for unless it's somebody crazy like Josh or Cole.
Or
Josh
Randy.
will take JJ.
I might, dude.
Fucking Cole will take Derrick Henry.
I hope
Dude, he
I have
scored
picked like
100 more
4.
points
Me
than
too.
the receiver in 5th place.
Yeah.
That's like 2 players on your team, dude. I'll give me that all day.
That's like 7 points a game more.
That's
That's
a
like an
lot
extra
more.
touchdown every game on the 5th place
That's
guy.
ridiculous when you
Yeah.
think about it. Literally. He scored 100 more points than the 5th best fantasy receiver. That's literally like having 2 players on one spot.
If I
Yeah.
had picked 4 or 5, I just hope he falls to there.
He won't.
That would be the
He'll
best
be
way
like
to
the
get him.
third pick probably.
Well, I won't pick
Yeah,
3.
something like that.
Or maybe the 4th, maybe, but he's
That's a
gonna go
dream
early.
situation because then you get to pick before the other
I don't know.
guys on
I
the way
could see
back.
a run where maybe he goes a little bit later than that, but I doubt it.
I could see if it's like a
Just
heavy
depends on
running
the flavor of the
backers
month.
at the
Yeah,
very
depends on the
beginning of
flavor.
the. Well, like I'm more than likely. I'm not saying for sure. I'm more than likely gonna draft a running back in the first round. You know what I mean?
So
So
is
like if
Cole.
I have the first 3 picks,
Swan.
I'm in breeding. You know, he'll probably draft a running back too.
Yeah.
Mostly, I would say Randy, but he loves Justin Jefferson so much that there's a chance he actually would draft a quarterback or a receiver in the first round.
You could
So.
assume what I started doing at the end of our drafts last year. I started drafting Justin Jefferson with every first round pick I had. I drafted him at the 1-1. I drafted him at the 1-2. Just in our like smaller leagues. But yeah, it worked this year. Obviously, I mean, he scored so many damn points, but
I mean, you
Just
took the
risky,
big
man.
risk and bot heads on the big old running backs, and well, not even that old. Saquon's not that old, but
Yeah.
Saquon and CMC definitely worked out for you, dude.
yeah,
I think there's a lot of ways to do it, you know.
mm-hmm.
I don't
It just
think
all
there's
depends
any
on what
like
falls to
Sweet.
you and what
there's
your
no like
situation.
exact fucking process to win, you know. Like you can draft 3 running backs, you can draft, you know, whatever, receivers, tight end. I know people like to draft fucking Travis Kelce in the first round and shit. You can win doing any of that shit. It's all about how you feel comfortable drafting your team, and if you start your draft one way, you got to have a plan to finish it out at the end, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
You could
If
have
you're gonna go heavy
drafted,
running backs, you got to have receivers in your head that you know are gonna go
Yeah.
later on that you like, and vice versa.
but you
Like
might
if
even have to
Josh is
reach
going,
on because you can't take the chance of them being
if he
taken.
knows
You know
he's
what I
going
mean?
receiver in the first round, he's got to have some fucking 4th, 5th round running backs that he likes in his head that he's thinking
Yep.
about drafting, or else you're fucked, dude. You got to have the other, you know.
So like this year, you could have went Justin Jefferson with pick 1 on the turn, AJ Brown and Tyreek Hill, and then
And
pick
then drafted
4
fucking Josh
like
Jacobs and shit.
Ramondre, Stevenson, Josh Jacobs, Damian Pierce, and it would have been a dream
Damian
team.
Pierce would have fucked you at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And so would Ramondre actually. Josh
Yeah.
Jacobs for sure though.
But there's just running backs out there that you could have a really sick team. You just
But
gotta
like
hit on
9
those
times
guys.
out of 10, dude, Tyreek Hill, Josh Jacobs, AJ Brown, and Justin Jefferson are just gonna get it done, dude. It's just all you need.
You'll come across the running back along the way, I mean, Jeff Wilson helped me for a couple weeks.
I mean, Tony Pollard wasn't getting drafted like the 6th or 7th round last year, right? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Too much questions with Zeke. I think Tony Pollard will probably end up somewhere and be like a 2nd round pick or something. Honestly, I really do.
He's got the
Could be the
talent for it, man.
Falcons running back or something, you know what I mean? Who knows where? But some team is gonna sign him to some big deal, and when they give him that much money, they're gonna fucking play him and start him and give him carries and shit, you know? Like
100%.
it's too
The
much of a
Saints.
question mark paying maybe actually paying Zeke so much money though. There's no way to like really project how many carries Tony Pollard would end up with, like legit. So it was hard to draft him this year.
Yeah, because we know the Cowboys
That's why
love
he
to
was
give the
later.
ball to Zeke 15 times a game.
They still do,
But
but
with
then
players
Tony
like
Pollard
that,
played
though.
so well
Yeah.
that they just gave him 15 carries too. Worked out for both, dude.
Yep.
Sorry, what were you
You
saying,
take
Josh?
someone's handcuff, you know, and that player goes down like a injury-prone Dalvin Cook or something, you know. And you
Yeah,
got
Alexander
these
Madison.
3 elite receivers, and now you got Alexander Madison, who's a plug-in starter. Running backs are just always hurt. I don't know. I guess receivers are too, because Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf,
Jamar
fucked me.
Chase.
Jamar Chase fucked me for a while.
I feel like receivers are easier to replace in your lineup, though.
Yeah, but I also feel like receivers are a lot safer.
Yeah.
If you draft receivers early, the likelihood they get hurt are less, but they're still, you know, a good chance. And
Yeah.
like you said, it is easier to replace them. But
If your running back goes down, man, sometimes it's rough to get a running back to even play. It's like, dude, shit, like there's these two dumbasses on the.
Randy's like, I'm starting
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Eno Benjamin, dude. What the fuck
Yeah, I
happened?
2 injuries away, bro. It's crazy.
Guys in LSV are literally just roster baiting about your picks right now, dude.
That's
Nice.
happening.
Like for poor Nick, dude. Everyone's just
I
shamming.
see my phone popping off.
Yeah.
But just so y'all know, tried so hard to secure that first pick and still couldn't. The Jets fired their offensive coordinator. In other news, Zach Wilson is still their quarterback, so who cares? And
True.
yeah, I got so much stuff to talk about on Saturday night, dude. Saturday night's podcast about to be lit AF.
I'm excited.
So Sunday morning, you guys should all check that out for sure.
Hell yeah.
Is there anything else you guys got for today?
I think that's about it, man.
No, go
Pretty good.
Chiefs, dude.
Yeah, go Chiefs. And yeah, follow us on Twitter. Thank you.
Hell yeah.